with a ball traveling at speeds close to 200 miles per hour.
Execution. Determination.
Sacrifice.
Hello and welcome to the 2018 Lewis Drug Pro-Am. We are live in Sioux Falls, South Dakota at the downtown YMCA on KDLT Sports and the IRT Network. It's time for the Pro Connects Finals featuring Alejandro Landa and Daniel De La Rosa. That's next, right here on the IRT Network.
There are no shortcuts to the top. Do you have what it takes? Desire is something within you, and only you. For when the ground falls from your feet, will you be the one to rise up? It's a long road to the top, but that's just what it takes to become pro.
Hey guys, Ben here with Racquetball Warehouse. Now today I'm excited to bring you a brand new ball to the racquetball market. This is the Pro Pen Pink from Head Pen Racket Sports. Now this ball is the official ball of the LPRT, the Women's Professional Racquetball Tour, so you know you're getting a high quality ball. One of the best aspects of this ball is it's fast. It felt more like their ballistic ball than any of the pen balls that I've played with before, but inside the court and outdoors, it's super visible. This bright pink cosmetic is really visible. I have no trouble seeing it whether I'm playing in a court that's all white walls or has a glass back wall. Now these balls retail at $449 for a 3-ball can or $97 for a 24-can case. If you guys want to see any more information on the official ball of the LPRT, make sure to check us out at racquetballwarehouse.com.
When you don't feel like yourself, trust the pharmacy experts at Lewis. From prescription medications to finding the things that make you feel better, Lewis pharmacists know what you need. Count on Lewis and feel better.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, live across the IRT Network and KDLT Sports. I'm John Scott. We've got a great match here at the Lewis Drug Pro-Am, the 40th edition. 40 years. This is the longest professional running racquetball tournament in the world, and we are so glad to be a part of it. We're also glad to be joined by the CEO of Lewis Drug, Mark Griffin. Mark, thanks a lot for joining us.
Thank you, John. Great to be here.
So the 40th, tell me about how this event got started and some of the rich history behind this event and your involvement in it.
1978, I guess my love of racquetball, I got carried away and started a tournament, and it's grown from there, and it's been a labor of love.
So 40 years, the Lewis Drug, it's been here. There's renovations that's been done here at the YMCA. Talk about the YMCA and how easy they are to work with, and how they promote this sport.
Well, the Y has been, Sioux Falls has been a pretty good little hotbed of racquetball for decades. And in the last 5 years, my partner and I in doubles, Jeff Schurslick, made a commitment to put some state-of-the-art courts in, and the courts we're going to watch today with glass walls and great playing surfaces, lighting, as you'll notice. And like I said, we've got a great history at the YMCA, and we continue.
Absolutely. So let's talk a little bit about Lewis Drug. If you live anywhere near Sioux Falls, South Dakota, of course you've seen the stores. Tell us about Lewis Drug and the business that you have grown, and how people can find out more information about it.
Well, not only are we celebrating our 40th anniversary with the Lewis Drug Pro-Am, we're actually celebrating our 75th birthday at Lewis Drug. We've been around since 1942 and proud of it. We've got a great network of 55 stores around the upper Midwest.
Lewis Drug, Mark Griffin, thank you so much for being a part of this. Real quickly, let's take a look at the players. Do you have a favorite? Alex Landa, Daniel De La Rosa. These two have played 7 times. Alex leads the matchup 4-3. Do you have any predictions?
I'm not going to make a prediction, but I like both these gentlemen. They're great people.
You can see on the top side there, Alex Landa, the number 8 seed in this event. He had a really big win against Rocky Carson just a couple days ago. And then last night against Big Canada, Sam Murray, which puts him in to the finals. Down here on the bottom side, you'll see Daniel De La Rosa, the number 3 player in the world, the number 2 seed here. He's worked his way through the draw, having a fantastic win last night against the great Mexican champion, Alvaro Beltran, winning in a tiebreaker, razor-thin 11-10. Mark, are you ready for some great racquetball action?
Great racquetball. It's hard to bet against Daniel, isn't it?
It is. He's playing great. Alex is playing great. Mark Griffin, thanks a lot. We're going to take a quick break and be right back for the start of the action at the 40th annual Lewis Drug Pro-Am.
Thank you, John.
On the IRT Network.
Introducing Head's new explosive line of extreme rackets featuring graphene touch technology. Available in 3 different weights and 5 different models, Graphene Touch delivers maximum power with state-of-the-art shock absorption for the ultimate playing experience. Power never felt so good. For more information or a dealer near you, visit www.head.com today.
10 years ago, our journey began on a court just like this. It started as a vision, a belief that our brand could change racquetball. 10 years later, we're still here, stronger than ever before despite a sport that changes around us. Day in and day out, we're faced with new challenges and adversity, but we continue to move forward. I can assure you Rollout is here to stay. We can grow racquetball. We will grow racquetball one player at a time. We're not here to be a part of this sport. We're here to change this sport.
Take it up, take it over, take it out of control. Today I bring my soul and now you got me singing.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, live at the YMCA downtown Sioux Falls, South Dakota. John Scott along with Sudsy Monchik and Alvaro Beltran, two of the greatest players of all time. Alex Landa is in the blue. He's serving to Daniel De La Rosa. Both of these players are from Mexico. Let's do some quick housekeeping in case you're new to professional racquetball. Matches are best 2 out of 3, 15, 15, and a tiebreaker to 11 if there is a need for a tiebreaker. These two have played 7 times. Alex Landa has won 4 of those 7. Let's bring Sudsy Monchik in. Sudsy, a fantastic atmosphere, a fantastic final. Alex Landa in blue, this is his first final. What are your predictions here?
I think we're going to see a great match, some contrasting out-of-the-gate work styles. Alex likes to work really fast, really hard. As you can see right here, Daniel's kind of, touching some balls and hitting some good shots, but Alex is going to attack. He's going to stay aggressive. I was talking to him earlier, and he definitely wants to join the club of IRT pro winners.
There's not a lot of them. You're one of them, and the guy standing next to you is another. Alvaro Beltran, welcome to the IRT Network. What are your predictions here in this match?
You might as well flip a coin, I think. It could be anybody's match. Whoever imposes their style. I think, like Sudsy said, Alex is a more power, a little bit more precision. He needs to be killing the ball. Daniel is gonna try to make him run, get him tired, and whoever imposes their will, I think, and their style. My prediction, it's a tiebreaker. That's it.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it'd be tough to predict anything different, and you're right. I think it's a coin flip. These two have played 7 times. Landa's won 4 of the 7. Daniel De La Rosa, though, in my opinion, is playing the best ball that I've seen him play in a long time. He won just a couple weeks ago when we were in LA, and he won this event last year. So I would say the momentum is slightly in his favor, but you're right. Alex Landa is a fast-paced fighter, and he's looking good so far. Daniel De La Rosa back deep off the glass. Alex jumps over it, standing right in front of Daniel, forcing a skip. And Landa is out quick, 5-0.
Actually, I see the way I know the score favors Alex, but I think Daniel is controlling the rallies. He's just missing the last shot by a little. So the way I see it, I think it's on Daniel's advantage.
Yeah, it's interesting because definitely Alvaro knows these two guys better than, pretty much anybody else on tour. Not only do they room together, they're really good friends. They play each other all the time. They come out of Mexico and that very difficult and amazingly talented group of players down there. So hearing Alvaro's perspective is probably better than all of ours. But I tell you, watching Daniel, Alvin, when I see him swing through the ball, I actually think I like that style better because he can do it, and he doesn't often do it. He does like to do that, Alvy old school Beltran style with the hands and backhand end for him, but I really like watching him. I enjoy watching him play even more when I see him more aggressive attacking the ball.
5-0 on the head pin scoreboard here in the Pro Connect Finals. Alex Landa down on the drive serve stance. It's a drive serve to the backhand side. He's got center court right now. Daniel trying to get him out, and Landa with a skip on the right hand side, giving Daniel some opportunities. 0-5 is the score. Again, thanks to everyone for joining us. We're live all across the IRT network on Facebook Live, YouTube, and local television station KDLT Sports. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Daniel back deep, shoots it wide, wraps around for Landa, who puts it in the corner nicely. Landa loves that left corner.
I think Daniel is controlling the rally. He just messes the last shot, or he skips it, or gives a setup to Alex. I think it's part of just the match starting, and they're still warming up.
Yeah, they're like feeling each other out. I see what you're saying, totally right. Daniel's kind of controlling and dictating the rally and the way it goes, but what Alex is doing really well is he's playing like a true professional. He's being patient, and then I say patience, recognition, execution, and he's doing that. But that's a good example, to your point right there, that rally that Daniel was in control. And to the new rules also, if this game was to 11, 5-0 is a big difference, but when it's to 15, Daniel's not feeling tired or nervous or concerned.
And at 5-0, Daniel's been here before. He's been down in this tournament. He's been down by more than 5 in a game and come back to win. And he is the veteran on the court. He may be the younger of the two players, but he's been in this situation more and more times. And I would agree with both of you guys. Don't count Daniel out. He is a slower speed player, but don't let that fool you because he's quick around the court. Coming back deep on a forehand, shoots it down the line and scores, gets his second point of the first game.
Yeah, something I like to do, playing a 15, the way I kind of mentally go at it and coach it too, Alvy, sometimes, curious to hear how you think, is I play kind of 3 games to 5. So this first game, Alex won, but now here comes the second, and Daniel looks like he's winning it, kind of like ping pong scoring. Like, look at 5 points, 5 points, 5 points. And yeah, there's to Alvy's point again, Daniel's controlling, that kind of tempo.
Yeah, now he's finishing plays. I think he's warm now, and he's executing the way he can.
He saw that coming, and he left that shot, so the only thing Alex is going to do if he's going to shoot it is have to flat roll it. That one works out for Alex. He's playing well, but Daniel is kind of controlling this pace. Alex Landa has one of the quickest rotations on a drive serve. Right there's looked like an ace not called. Now off the sidewall, down the line, and a good shot. Landa gets his 6th point. You're in the Pro Connects finals.
What I do like, John, and we were talking about this yesterday, Alex started off with a drive Z serve. We were talking, and it was clear that he recognizes he does need more than just the 2 straight-in drives. It'll make them that much better. His straight-in drive to the right and left are very good, very effective, but against these guys, best players in the world, you need to throw in 1 or 2 more angles, and it'll just make everything that much more effective.
Go ahead, Alvaro.
I wouldn't be surprised Satsi told him that last night.
Were you reading his texts?
Daniel back deep, shoots it, goes wide left, good pickup from Landa. Now back off the glass, into the corner, Landa's covering nicely, goes wide left, and Daniel's there but can't come up with it. Landa stays in the box. Hi to everyone watching in the chat box. We hit, as of this morning, over 3.2 million people have seen this event so far and climbing at 7-3. Alex Landa wants them to see him win his first championship. With a drive serve to the backhand side, there's Daniel up top. Landa floats back, shoots down, staying on the left-hand side. Interesting that Landa's playing a lot to the left as Daniel's backhand generally is better than his forehand, and right on cue, Daniel plows that one into the ground.
Alvy, Daniel looks like the one, though. He's definitely, I see what you're saying about the controller rally, but to me, the body language, I see Daniel's playing a little bit more tight and tense. And is that partly because Alex is so comfortable on the court against him?
You know what? I think it's part of both players being from Mexico, around the same age. I think they're battle. It's not only this tournament they're playing. They're playing about the bragging rights of being the next best player in Mexico. So
you can say it, the next Alvaro Beltran, which it's okay, you can, we'll say it.
For those of you who are new to the sport, Alvaro Beltran is known as the great Mexican champion. He's been on the Pro Tour now for 18 years. Sudsy Monchik, one of the greatest of all time, out of Staten Island, New York, joining us on the mic. Daniel into the corner, good pickup from Landa. Now back deep, Landa has to jump under that, and that one sucked to the back wall, and Daniel unable to get it up front.
It's funny. I think the long rallies would favor Daniel, but it's actually all the long rallies have been ending with a mistake by Daniel.
Yeah, his unforced errors will certainly not be. He's going to fix that. He's going to clean that up for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. 9-3, even with a breaker. I believe Daniel knows he's got plenty of time. He's not too worried right now. Way up front, he got away with one there. Alex was sneaking a little too far to the left, just out of position.
But still, I'm thinking it is going to favor by half of the match, or by the end of the match, it's going to favor this long rallies to Daniel. Just like a boxer when he goes to the body and it gets hit because of going by taking a risk. I think in the long run, Alex is going to waste a lot of his power, and that's where Daniel's going to be executing easy points, I think.
That was a fantastic shot overhead from Alex. We may see that again on the instant replay cam. Alex now at 9-3, getting ready for another drive serve. It's to the backhand side, and that is an ace. Alex's first ace of the first game gives him a 7-point lead, 10-3.
And John, you and I did the match yesterday, the semifinal with Alex and Sam. Alex is serving way better already. I mean, yesterday, how many short serves did he have?
Lots and lots of short serves, and for those of you new to the sport, a short serve is when you serve the ball and it bounces before that middle line. If it's a long serve, it's a serve that hits the front wall and sails all the way to the back wall before bouncing. Landa cruising right now, 11-3. What's up to Miles? Richard, Omar, thank you guys for the great comments on Facebook. We certainly appreciate it. I think Daniel's going to take a timeout. He does, and we will too. We will take a 1-minute break and be right back right here on KDLT Sports and the IRT Network.
Over the years, you've given us your trust, your loyalty, and your support. In return, we've worked hard to provide you with the best in pharmacy, easy and convenient shopping, unbeatable buys, and unexpected finds. It's an honor to serve you, to give back to our communities, and to be a part of your neighborhood. Lewis, your first stop for 75 years.
When it comes to the game of life, we're all on the same team. And success comes simply from trying. You don't have to be a celebrated athlete to celebrate being active. And you don't have to be on the field to have your own cheering section. United Healthcare.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, live on the IRT Network. Good timeout, a good use of a timeout by Daniel De La Rosa. Let's see if it becomes a good timeout. He's down big, 3-11. Walking drive serve, backhand side. Landa's there, leaves it up. Daniel goes right back to the left-hand side, and Alex is there to pop it up. Daniel now shooting it on the left side, puts Alex on the ground, but a good get from Alex. Daniel way back, reverse pinch, and Alex worked that entire rally to get in front of Daniel, had his opportunity, and skipped the ball.
Yeah, that was a mistake by Alex. That was an unforced error. I think that, and he got lucky because Daniel took that was not a very high percentage shot going for that left corner pinch there. Alex was in front of him and set, and he just missed it. I think it was one of those, John, where it was just too easy at that moment.
Absolutely.
And he wasn't expecting it.
Daniel with a high lob serve. Landed down the line and a great shot. Scott McClellan, the head referee, calls the score at 11-4 on the head pen scoreboard. Landa just a few points away from taking the first game. Bad time for a good rollout. Short serve, second serve coming up. Hi to everybody watching on local television, KDLT Sports, and thanks to everybody there at KDLT for carrying our signal out to everyone here in the region. There's a great shot, and you could see Alex. He's got a little pent-up energy in there. He's really excited doing the silent fist pump.
Definitely has an extra bounce in his step today here in his first final, and he looks focused. But again, I think with some time as this levels out, Daniel's level will come up, and look for that too. Alex has served it great, I think, to this point. Can he stay consistent throughout the whole match?
Daniel sends that one back deep, but he's not going to win this match shooting behind Alex. He's hitting almost everything right now back deep. Alex is up in front of him. He's got to change that. It's a land grab. It's a court positioning thing here. On the pro side, you want to get your opponent behind you and force him to shoot back deep, and that's basic racquetball, and that's what Alex is doing. Now, I will say he seems to be cooling off a little bit on his first serve percentage. Daniel back deep, shoots it down the line. Very nice controlled shot, puts him back in the box. 4 serving 13 on the head pen scoreboard. High lob serve. Alex up top. Alex shot selection right now is pretty good.
It's perfect. Shot selection right now by Alex is actually perfect. He's executing, as we know. Let's see, he's got 3 short serves in a row.
Make
That's
it
4.
4.
Yeah. So he has to work on that consistency because Daniel and Alvaro and Kane and Rocky, they're going to make him pay for that. It has to get better.
And those are I know these guys are pros and they're in great shape, but those extra pieces of energy that you've got to give when you're in your first final, you're already amped up, all that stuff starts to kind of chip away at you, and you need to, even early in the match, even in shape, you kind of need to conserve some of that.
I was going to say something like that. I think Daniel, playing a super tough semifinal with the adrenaline that he went through, I think it's going to take a little bit of time for him to just be in that same level today. For Alex, it's not no problem since his first final. But for Daniel, after 11-10 tiebreaker, I mean, the adrenaline was flowing really high yesterday, and today it's going to take a little bit more.
That's a great point. That was a great match yesterday, Alvaro, by the way. Definitely could have went. I was usually rooting for the older guy, so I'll be honest.
That's a good pass on the wide angle by Daniel De La Rosa, getting the side out at 5-13. He has a long way to go here in the first. He's mixed up his serves pretty well, mostly off-speed serves. High lob to the forehand side will barely get across the line, and Alex Landa stops thinking for a moment and puts that into the ground.
Yeah, you get 1 or 2 of those max every game if you want to win, and that was, I think, Alex's first.
Daniel's going to shoot this. No, he goes up top. Alex wants it, goes wide. Daniel's there, back up top. Some Rocky Carson racquetball right now from Daniel, shooting a lot of ceiling balls and just very controlled. Daniel doesn't even look worried right now.
Yeah, he doesn't look like in panic. And to your point, 5 minutes ago, I think Daniel plays better when he feels like threat and like when he feels like he's gonna lose the match. And I think that's gonna happen. So he loses this first game, and he's down in the middle of the second set. So I think that's where we're gonna see Daniel play his best.
High lob serve. Daniel goes cross court. There's Landa into the corner, and Daniel with a nice step and kill. We're going to have an appeal. For those of you at home, what happens on appeals is we go to the instant replay. Scott McClellan comes over to check out in the broadcast booth, and this will give us time to say hello to Mark Griffin and everybody at Lewis Drug. Thank you so much for your support in racquetball over the last 40 years. We also want to thank our friends at Rollout Racquetball, online at whererollout.com. They are offering a special to anyone all weekend long through tomorrow night, 20% off your entire order. Enter promo code IRT South Dakota, and you'll get 20% off at checkout. That's www.whererollout.com. Thanks to Jonathan Clay and everybody at Rollout for providing funding to make that possible. Daniel not happy with the call.
I actually did not see it. I couldn't see the live. I couldn't see the play happen, but Scotty watched the replay, and
here we go. Alex serving forehand. Short serve called.
I think John rewind the wrong play.
Lob Z. Daniel cuts this off, goes cross court. Alex is back deep down the line. Daniel puts it up top. Alex is going to shoot this overhead, tries to force it a little bit, and Daniel kills that at 3 miles per hour. 6 serving 14.
I could tell you, as a power player, which Alex is also, it's very frustrating. Alex hit a great shot right there when somebody does that, but I don't know if I like that by Daniel right now, Alvy. I think he's got to start swinging through some balls. Maybe if he feels that sense of urgency, like you said, we'll see him swinging through those balls.
Yes, that's gonna happen till the middle of the second game.
Game 1 goes to Alex Landa.
I know my players.
Alvy does know.
14-6 is the score. We're going to take a 2-minute break, and we'll be right back with more great racquetball action right here on KDLT Sports and the IRT Network.
Got a man cold? The dude flu? Trust the pharmacy experts at Lewis. From filling your prescriptions to all the things mom would do, Lewis pharmacists know what you need. Count on Lewis and feel better.
Do you want to be a better racquetball player? Fran Davis can and will make you a better player. Guaranteed. Pro or beginner and every level in between. Paula Longoria, Rocky Carson, and legends Jason Menino and Sutzi Monchek all use her proven systems to be a better racquetball player and champion. Check out her book, DVD, camps, coaching sessions, and video analysis, all at FranDavisRacquetball.com.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, live on the IRT Network and KDLT Sports. Thanks to ProKennex for making the ProKennex Finals a possibility. We also want to thank our friends at WearRollout.com. Thanks to Jonathan Clay and everybody there. Don't forget that promo code IRT South Dakota. Get 20% off your entire order. Support those who support us. And Rollout Racquetball is one of those companies. Back to the action we go. Game number 2 getting ready to start. Daniel De La Rosa is 1 game away from going home with Squadouche, as Alex Landa has won his first game and looking to win his first ever IRT final. Sutzi Monchik and Alvaro Beltran joins us now. Guys, are we going to see a different Daniel De La Rosa right here?
That first swing definitely showed me a different one. That's the one I'm looking for if I'm coaching Daniel. I'm curious, we know Alvy knows these guys better than all of us. What would you tell Daniel right here, Alvy?
I would slap him in the face and tell him to get to work.
You know, it's funny, he says that, and a lot of people think that he's joking, but Alvaro would really slap him in the face. I remember a U.S. Open back when Alvaro came back from being injured. He was playing Rocky Carson in the round of 16s. I think it was 2007. He came in, you're playing pretty flat, you come off the court, Rafael Filippini walks up to you and slaps you in the face, and you won the match. Alex with the drive server to the backhand side. Daniels shoots it right back. Now behind the back in a rollout. If you can't do it on the forehand side or facing the ball, do it when you're not looking. 1 serving 0. Now this serve, we call it the Alvy, the Alvaro Beltran high lob serve on the right-hand side. What is Daniel looking for in a return from a serve like that?
For a mistake. He's looking for, he needs to take he wants Alex to go for a rollout, look, and just capitalizing on a mistake. It's a very low percentage shot, hitting from 40 feet back, overhand shot. So if he makes it, you just even clap, because you want him to keep hitting those shots. You see, there's 3 points right there. Easy points.
Easy.
Without wasting energy.
So Alvy, it's clear John and I both say it all the time. You hit this serve better than anyone.
Yeah, when Alvaro hits this serve, it's even tighter to the wall, and really the only shot you have is cross court or to the ceiling.
What would you tell me if I'm playing? Well, yeah, I'm playing you. How would you tell somebody, and I assume it depends on the player, to return your serve? What would be, do you think, the most effective way to return it?
Seriously, Satsi? I wouldn't tell anybody. You know what? I'll tell you outside the.
Tell the beginners on the air watching. How would you tell them?
No, I can't.
So
I'm being serious.
Alvaro is still an active player. He doesn't want to give away the secret on how to handle that serve, and so far a lot of people can't do it.
But I'm not active. Yeah.
You're quasi-active. Daniel De La Rosa breaks a ball on a shot there, and anytime there's a broken ball in the rally is replayed. Thanks to Head Pen for providing the balls to the IRT, the Pro Pen HD, the purple ball. The best players in the world play with the Pro Pen HD, and you should too. At 5-0, Alex swinging away. A different match, though, right now. Alex is mostly behind Daniel, and it's been a flip-flop of what we saw in the first. Daniel was shooting a lot of shots back deep. Now Alex is shooting a lot of shots back deep, and Daniel really seems to have a complete control on this second game.
Yes, I want to thank Daniel because he's making me look smart.
Alex down the line, Daniel back up top. He's going to kiss off the sidewall just a little bit, but now Daniel tracks it down left side, goes wide. Daniel, oh, that's a great shot. That's one of those where you just have to say good shot. One of the things Rocky Carson used to always say is one of the most important things you can do mentally to not get frustrated at yourself is give your opponent credit when they make a good shot. Don't beat yourself up for something like what just happened there. And Daniel skips the ball off the sidewall. 1-6.
Hawkeye, John. That's what I want you to call me now.
There's a piece of broken ball up by the encroachment line. The encroachment line is the dotted line. Daniel sees it. Drops it in the crack. Won't break his mama's back, and here we go back to the action. 6 serving 1. High lob serve coming up to the backhand side. He deviates, and this is going to kiss off the back wall. Daniel's there. Does he get it? Yes. No. It looked like he was just going to barely get it up front. 1 serving 6. Alex looking to get some momentum, playing with E-Force rackets, coming with a dry serve here. To the backhand side. Daniel shoots it down the line. Alex is wanting a screen.
Alex asking about the screen, but we know that's just more of a gamesmanship type thing. He's working with Scotty. He knows it was a bad serve, and Daniel made him pay for it. What I don't like, if I'm coaching Alex right now, is Daniel jumped all over that drive, which tells me he's seeing it.
Wow.
That was pretty cool.
That is a jumping rollout behind the back. Fantastic shot from Landa. We may see that again on an instant replay.
I'm still aggravated. Alvaro won't tell me the secret on how to return that.
There's no secret, man. I think what I do with my serve first is that I look for whatever your weakness is. I mean, even though it looks like a normal lob to the right, I like to change the how do you call it? Like, where it lands. I like to change where it lands all the time, the height too, and the speed. So if I see, I like to read the other guys'
Alex is appealing the short serve.
Body movement. If they're gonna cut it, well, I try to push it to their body or go just over the short line. So I think that's why I'm very effective. But to return it, I don't know. I mean, depends. If you're able to cut it, depends on what you want to do. If to be offensive, you go for the splat, or you go for a low percentage shot. If you want to go safe, well, you just blast a pass or hit a ceiling ball. So there's not really a secret. You just gotta execute and go for a low percentage shot, or just play safe.
Well said, Alvy.
Looks like the call is going to stand. Second serve called. And if you're going to appeal on a short serve, I would think you would want to appeal on one that would be an ace, not one that was played during the rally. Even if it was a good serve, it seems like a lot of downtime and maybe breaking something. I personally wouldn't appeal a short serve when there was a rally after it. Drives to her forehand side. Daniel skips the ball on the way to the front wall.
It's totally different though, John. Look, it's, you know, it was 6-0 or 6-1. Now it's 6-4, and it's all to me because it's clear that now Alex is serving better. He's getting that first serve in, so he's keeping the pressure on. I like the mix-up. I don't care what Daniel does with that. I still like that, so he shows him something different. What do you think, Alvy?
I think Alex should give you a bonus. That's what I think.
I don't know what Alvy's talking about.
Daniel's going to hit this high lob serve on the right-hand side. Alex cuts it off. Daniel gets it back deep but leaves it up. Now Alex shoots it wide. Daniel looked like he was there, but the ball zips under his racket and he can't get it.
It looks like Daniel adjusted his court position too a little bit, so he's actually a step back, and he's not, you know, Alex isn't blowing those down the lines and passes by him, which that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to push you back, open up the court, open up the pinch or splat, and then take that.
4-6 drive serve, short serve called.
Good call. Even I saw that one, John.
High lob serve. Daniel, right-hand side. He's going to go to the ceiling. Up top. Land it back deep. He will shoot this down the line. Catches the side wall, but doesn't roll. Now back deep once again. He's got to go to the ceiling. Daniel with an opportunity, but still shooting back deep in the court. Now on the run. He's got to flip it up top. Giving Landa an opportunity here. Set up wide, and Daniel can't get it. Fifth point for Alejandro Landa, who was just down 6-1.
Yeah, John, and again, you know, I can't stress it enough. The only time the ball's in our hand and we could do whatever we want with it is when we're in the service box. The way I teach that to beginners is, or even the greatest players in the world, I say, imagine you're in a rally and you could just grab that ball and with your hand and then stand there and do whatever you want with it. That's what Alex has the ability to do right now in the service box. And there's an ace. It's the difference of game two right now, Alvy. What do you think?
Yes, Alex's service been really good. And that's been the difference.
Six serving six. We're 43 minutes into this match. And his second serve coming up. Again, matches are best 2 out of 3. The first 2 are to 15, tiebreaker to 11. You do not have to win by 2. Server is the person who scores, just in case you're new to this. It's a great pickup. Oh my gosh, what a great get back deep. And Alex is going to get that one too. Look at that. Great racquetball action here at the 40th annual Lewis Drug. We might as well clean the whole court there. Alex Landa took a tour, diving everywhere. Great action from both of these players.
That was awesome.
6-6. It's a good nick lob. Late here on Sunday, you're in the finals. You've played 2 or 3 divisions. Both of these players have with singles and doubles. There's a lot of miles on these bodies. Who do you think is feeling the tournament more at this point, in your opinion, Daniel or Landa?
Usually, you know, in all the finals I ever played in, the truth is it feels like you're fresh as a daisy. I don't think physically you're thinking about that. Especially Alex here with his first chance to join that club. You know, that prestigious winning an IRT Tier 1 event. I don't think you feel anything. The adrenaline's going. You're physically prepared. You're mentally prepared. And I was even talking to Daniel. I said, you know, hey, you look like you've been working out and you're in better shape than maybe I've seen you in the past. And he said to me, which makes a lot of sense, he said, yeah, the baby's older now and I actually get a chance to go work out.
Daniel now back up by 2. up by 3, 9-6. And make it 4 as he's, again, really attacking that second serve. A well-placed lob serve, giving him an opportunity to attack on the second shot. And we're going to take a quick commercial break, but first we'll go out to a cool instant replay in case you missed it. More great racquetball action on the way. This is the IRT Network. Get ready for...
Got a man cold? The dude flu? Trust the pharmacy experts at Lewis. From filling your prescriptions to all the things mom would do, Lewis pharmacists know what you need. Count on Lewis and feel better.
Welcome back to the IRT Network and KDLT Sports. I'm John Scott along with Sudsy Monchik and Alvaro Beltran. Game number 2 continues 10-6 in favor of Daniel De La Rosa. Alex Landa back deep, leaves that ball up. Daniel's there shooting it wide right. Now back deep, Daniel shoots it down the line. Landa going wide, and Daniel just standing toe-to-toe with him, but Landa with an open stance shot, hits it right side and gets back in the box. Good timeout so far for Alex Landa.
Yes, it was a great timeout. You didn't want to let Daniel score 1 or 2 more points. This last shot by Alex was a great shot. It looks really easy from outside, but he was off balance. The ball came to his body, and he just executed excellent.
Second serve coming up, high lob serve right side. Looked like it was going to be short, but sneaks across the line. Either way, Daniel puts himself back in the box.
That's so tough. That's so tough from Daniel. Great serve by Alex and great execution by Daniel.
I believe the high lob serve on the right-hand side is probably the most underutilized serve out there right now because it sets up so many other opportunities. We saw Daniel starting to do that, and now he's kind of mixing it up more to a nick lob left side and moving it around.
Yeah, so you don't want anyone get used to one serve unless you're me. But yes, you gotta mix it up a little bit. Most pros, they will adapt and they will find a way to return any serve.
6 serving 11. So far, a lopsided game in the first, and here in the second, also lopsided. Alvaro said we're probably going to see a tiebreaker, and I think we're going to see a tiebreaker.
And I said we're gonna have to wait to Daniel, and we're gonna see Daniel full throttle. That's what you said, by the middle of the second game, and I think we're seeing that right now. It's gonna become a really good match. I think we're gonna see great rallies.
Yeah, Alex is heating up, getting a little closer. 7-11 drive serve right hand side. He's got that off the back glass. It's actually a pretty good ceiling ball, but Daniel with an opportunity back deep and blast it down the right hand side. 11-7 is the score here in the second.
Welcome back, Sudsy. Welcome back. He was coaching to Alex 5 minutes ago. So.
Sudsy didn't realize that when the players call a timeout, we don't take that same timeout.
Alvaro, that's not true. I wasn't coaching Alex. I'm sure Michelle is watching. Hi, Michelle. Key De La Rosa. I was not coaching. I was just talking to Andy Colback over there.
7-11 drive serve for Landa, backhand side. De La Rosa up top. Landa's going to have to go to the ceiling on the right-hand side, and De La Rosa's been shooting a lot of those back deep down the right-hand side. De La Rosa using his lines pretty good this match.
Yeah, he's hitting them well. He hits them well. I've noticed that this week, being so up close and personal with you watching this. He hits that backhand down the line really well. Better than I thought because he has like kind of an inside-out backhand swing, so he controls it well. I know he has really good hands. That's not what you want. That's not what you want to do.
12 serving 7.
12-7.
Landa frustrated at himself for missing. That's 2 forehand misses.
I think he wanted a timeout there. He kind of gestured as if he was going to open the door and then realized, wait, I only have one.
In the pro side, you only get 1 timeout, 2 appeals.
He's now just overhitting shots. Frustration at its best.
I think, assuming that we get to a tiebreaker, we're going to see 2 guys fighting like there's no tomorrow. Oh, wow, that's a frustrated forced shot right there. And Daniel De La Rosa takes the second game. We'll be back in 2 minutes. The tiebreaker, 1 match to 1. That's coming up next, right here on the IRT Network and KDLT Sports.
Hey guys, Ben here with Racquetball Warehouse. Now today I'm bringing you 3 new cosmetics of best-selling ASICS shoes. I'm going to start it off with the premier shoe in their line. This is the ASICS Gel Ballistic. As you can see, super sharp and clean cosmetic that'll go with any outfit, and it does have a lot of synthetic upper, but also mesh upper as well. So you're going to get that combo of breathability and durability. Now these shoes, I believe, are one of the most traction shoes. They have the gum rubber outsole, which is black, but don't worry, it will not mark the court, but I was super impressed with the stability and the traction I got in the shoes. I like to dive a lot, and even if the court was a little bit wet, these shoes really offered a lot of traction, which was my favorite aspect. Now these things retail at $99.95, but is the top premium shoe in ASICS line. Now, a little bit lighter than the 12.3 ounce ballistic, this is the Gel Domain 4 that weighs in at 11.99 ounces, which is surprising because the Domain 3 weighed in the mid-12s, so this thing's a little bit lighter, and that's because of the mesh upper that comes in the Domain 4. Now this shoe retails at $89.95, but has all the top technologies that ASICS shoes has to offer. It's got a lot of mesh upper, which keeps you breathable in the court, but don't worry, it does have kind of a toe guard of a synthetic upper, so you're going to get durable shoes as well. Now that blue outsole will not mark the court. This is the non-marking gum rubber outsole, but super tractioned, really light, top performing shoe in the Domain 4. Now last but not least, this is the updated cosmetic of the Gel Upcourt. Now I think this is the best cosmetic the Upcourt has ever come in. It'll match all your outfits, but it is that recreational shoe. So if you guys like a lot of stability, or you have maybe some ankle issues that you like a stable shoe, this may not be the best option. But if you're a recreational player that just likes to kick it around on the court, these things come in at $39.95. They weigh 11.3 ounces. So really breathable, light, and fun shoe from ASICS. Now that's it for the men's cosmetic updates. If you guys want to see all the shoes that ASICS has to offer, make sure to check us out at racquetballwarehouse.com.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, live in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Well, there's Scott McClellan on the microphone. All right, here we go. Alvaro predicted at the beginning that we were going to see a tiebreaker. And looky here, a tiebreaker. All right, guys, 2 lopsided games, 15-6, 15-7, and here we are in the final game of the final. What are your predictions now? Who do you like, Sudsy Munching?
Man, John, I hate the picking. I hate that stuff. But right now, Daniel is clearly in total control.
Alvaro Beltran?
Oh, you changed your pick, Suds. Man.
Yeah, what's your pick?
My pick, I don't have a pick. I said I just pick a tiebreaker. They're both my friends, and I'm gonna see them after the match. So I don't want to pick. I just want the best player today to win.
You know what, John? Don't let him get away with that.
That's pretty lame.
We'll tell everybody wants to know. Alvaro did pick Daniel at the beginning in a tiebreaker, and that's okay.
Landa with a drive serve. Back the bus up, Sudsy. You just ran over Alvaro.
Okay, to my point. I predicted Daniel in 3, but
It's not that you're rooting.
No,
for Daniel.
exactly. But I would like Alex to get a pro stop win.
Sure.
I would like. Daniel has already 3. I think Alex has done enough for in racquetball to deserve. He deserves a pro stop win. So.
Yeah, that's a good point. And knocking off Rocky Carson, who was really trying to be laser focused, the number 1 seed in this tournament. Alex took him out. That's tough. But then again, Daniel beat Alvaro yesterday. I mean, they both, I guess, deserve it. Sentimentally, it would be cool to see. It's always fun to see somebody win their first, regardless of who it is.
Well, yeah, it's an interesting perspective, and I understand Alvy the way, Alvy's a veteran too, and it's a club that, I don't like the door wide open. It is selective in the sense that there are people that I do like to see, and it's nice, but then there's times where when you're in that club, it's like, do you really want somebody else joining that club? And I could tell you that even more for the U.S. Open, we're like that.
Yeah.
Anybody that's won a U.S. Open, I know Alvy's been really close too. It's not like we love to see a new face or a new person hoist that trophy, but it is nice when it's a friend or somebody that you like. And to your point, Alvy, it's who deserves it and why.
Right. Yeah, I think, and Alex, I think in the last 3-4 years, I think he has done enough. He has shown he is capable to beat anybody on the planet in a good day.
Daniel De La Rosa, high lob serve. That's a good one. He's going to come back and have to go up top. Daniel has really improved a lot lately with his patience in the match, not forcing a lot of shots, waiting for the shot that he can take. There's a great dive and get back deep. Landa has to go wide, and Daniel is setting up congestion. They're going to play right through that. Great rally here in the breaker. Now Landa way out of position, and a Rocky Carson fist pump for Daniel. And that is a fantastic rally.
Yeah, that was one thing we were not seeing from Daniel in the first game. He's now hustling, he's working, and he's executing.
3 serving, 1 high lob. Landa back deep. Goes up top. Now De La Rosa's going to shoot this. No, he's going to go to the ceiling. Landa with an opportunity, wide open court, can't put it down. Now back deep once again, overhead, forcing the shot. Daniel's there to put it back up top. This is an interesting Daniel De La Rosa playing offensive ceiling balls to get himself in position, just like chess.
It is interesting because I don't think Alex is hitting or taking bad shots, and Daniel's just being real patient, and now he's executing, finishing those points like you said with his hands.
He just learned from the best, from me.
No doubt about that, Alvy. We joke a lot, but all these guys did grow up watching you, and definitely you can see a lot of you in all of these great Mexican players.
Alvaro has been playing on tour for 18 years, which is incredible.
Feels like longer. Are you sure?
In Canada, it's 22 and a half years. Off the back wall, Landa's up front now. He needs to go a little wider than that. Oh, and there's some congestion, and a replay will be called.
I think Daniel's right. He's got a case there looking at Scotty like the ball. Yeah, I agree with Daniel. I think it was down and cracked out, and just because that little contact. Alex actually got what he was looking for.
I think it's starting to get a little panic time for Alex. He's got to do something and do it quick, because everything he's shooting is from back deep, and there's a kind of a lucky bounce, if you will, but he's shooting everything back deep, and Daniel looks more comfortable in the tiebreaker than he did at 0-0 in the first.
Yeah, he definitely has that relaxed look. He always plays that way, but you can see it in his swing and his bounce in his step when he turns it up a notch and gets a little bit more focused and locked in. Whereas for Alex, yeah, look at that. He's just too relaxed.
Alex Landa just got a technical for hitting the ball after the rally, and it hit Daniel De La Rosa. So now it's 5-0.
I think that's the pressure from being so close of winning your first pro stop. Right now it's a time where it's hurting him.
Good timeout right here by Alex.
Alex takes a timeout at 6-0. Scotty Mack calls it, but we're going to keep it right here and thank our friends again at ProConnex for making the ProConnex finals possible. Thanks to everyone Online, www.prokennex-racquetball.com. Also want to say hello to our friends at the Rafa House, online rafahouse.org, an international ministry based out of Joplin, Missouri. Thanks to them for their support in what we do. Also, Head Pin. The best players in the world play with the purple ball. That's the Pro Pin HD, and you should too. Check out more from Head Racquetball rackets and Pin racquetballs at head.com/racquetball. Thanks to Jonathan Clay for providing funding from Rollout Racquetball. And don't forget, support those who support us. If you want some great clothes at a great price and even a bigger discount, go online right now. WearRollout.com, www.wearrollout.com. Enter promo code IRT South Dakota and check it out, and you will get 20% off. Finally, thanks to Mark Griffin and everybody at Lewis Drug, online, lewisdrug.com, for providing funding to make the 40th annual Lewis Drug Pro-Am a possibility. Back to the action we go. A huge lead here in the tiebreaker. Daniel De La Rosa up by 6. Landa showing some frustration. Is it a pressure thing right now? Is the pressure of the moment the biggest thing that's going on in Alex's mind?
I think it's everything. I think, Alex is in a tough spot. Daniel's playing that slow pace game. Alex is a fast-minded player who likes to take, who likes to be very aggressive. He takes some crazy shots sometimes. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. But Daniel's patience is really frustrating Alex right now. That's a fantastic shot. And when you watch the video, a lot of the rallies that Daniel is winning and finishing, Alex's shots aren't awful if he doesn't skip it. He's hitting the ball well down the line across court, and Daniel's just being patient and executing the shot he needs to.
Alex with a high lob serve, right-hand side, comes back to shoot this. Forced overhead again, though. Now he needs to go down the line here. He goes wide right. Daniel's there catching it, and a nice fly kill in the left-hand corner gives Alex his second point of the third game. 2 serving 6 for Landa. He forces top player. Alex just realizing he got a technical earlier. Scott will need to go in and talk to him about that. This will be fun.
Now John calls the technicals. Yeah.
Not John. Yeah, Alvaro always blames that stuff on me. I don't know how that works.
John, last night you had the mic. Be careful, because now we have the mic.
Right? We had a good time last night at the banquet. There's a reason why it's not done live. De La Rosa back deep, shoots it down the line. Landa's there with a great rip, killing it. And that's what he's got to do. He's got to pump himself up right now and reprioritize what's happening and the pressure that he's dealing with, and put it out there. Again, they've played 7 times, and Alex has won 4 of those 7. He's got the advantage, at least on paper, but in a match like this, your mind and body trying to work together can be difficult.
And for a lot of you, we see there's a lot of talented players online watching, a talented bunch of juniors. Look at what's going on right here. If Alex controls his mind and doesn't get that technical at 6-4, he's still down 3 points because of a technical. So you got to be able to maintain that and control it. And if that point could be big. Every detail matters, John. Every point. 1 point can change an entire situation in a rally, in a match.
Off the back glass, Daniel now sets up at the center of the court, can't put it away, and Alex is kind of willing himself through. There's a question in the chat box. What was the announcement last night at the banquet? Well, there was a lot, but the big one is that the IRT is creating the Professional Racquetball Hall of Fame, and in 1 year from last night, we'll have our first induction ceremony. We'll have more details coming out in the coming weeks about the creation of the Professional Racquetball Hall of Fame. We're very excited for that coming. 4 serving 6 here and the tiebreaker. And now we may see as we get later in the game just how crucial that technical could come back to be. But it could have also put a more sense of urgency on Alex. He could have been, I got a technical. You know how sometimes a coach in basketball gets thrown out or whatever. It could be that extra thing to push him a little more.
Yeah, we talk about that a lot, and Alvy, I definitely want your perspective on this. I think Alex is such an emotional player, but he's one of the few that does feed off of something negative that happens. Now again, the technical's bad because if he doesn't get it, it's 6-6, but he feeds off his emotion in a positive way. Not every player does that.
Yes, I was going to say that. I don't think there's any positive thing about getting a technical, but I mean, you can always see the good side about it, and just feed from there.
Here we go, Daniel with a drive serve.
Piso. We call that a piso. Skip is a skip in Spanish is a piso, which really just means floor. I'm still trying to learn your language, Alvi.
Me too. I'm still trying to learn my language.
5 serving 7. Good serve. Landa back deep. Shoots it wide. Daniel's there, and a nice easy kill on the right-hand side. Puts himself back in the box. The head pin scoreboard really heating up. 7-5.
Now I got a question for you guys. If it's 10-10, who would you give the edge to?
Whoever's serving.
They both would serve at 10-10.
I would give it to Alex because he's a little bit more aggressive and a little bit lower percentage. And I think at 10-10 with that 1 point, he's going to go for it where Daniel might be a little bit safer.
Yeah, I would agree. It's that boxing thing, the one-punch knockout. At 10-10, Alex has the opportunity to catch a crack and end it.
And he has a drive serve.
Well, I can tell you last night we were talking about that, Daniel and me. When we were 10-10, I hit a solid lob serve, and I asked him what was he thinking. He's like, you know what, I'm not gonna risk for you to make the shot. He went for that splat forehand and came out rolling. So I don't know about what are you guys saying. I think Daniel too would take a risk at 10-10.
Oh, Alex wanted a big one there.
Went for a little too much.
Yeah, absolutely. 7 serving 6. De La Rosa with a narrow lead. This game again is 2-11. It's the tiebreaker, 2-11. Oh, and Alex back deep, really trying to force something there.
Yes, I think it's a mental thing. I think Alex is not enjoying the moment. I think this part of a match, that's where we all miss when we're not playing. And I think he's feeling the pressure. He's not taking it in a positive way. And Daniel, he looks like he's enjoying it.
I love the tightness there, how they're playing so close, and Scott's letting them play through it.
Professional racquetball gets crowded out there. There's definitely an art to the way you use your body, before and after shots and during rallies.
Wow.
That was nasty.
That's a huge reverse.
That was an Alvi reverse right there.
And that brings us to 10 serving 6 match point opportunity for Daniel De La Rosa. High lob serve to the backhand side, kisses the side wall back deep. Landa shoots it down the left-hand side, now runs up front, and there's a great shot, buries it right at the wall. I like that aggression. Alex is not going to fold under pressure.
Yeah, he won't, but I like the how do you call it?
Say it in Spanish.
I don't even know it in Spanish.
Landa back deep into the corner, the reverse pinch on the right side.
I like Daniel's attitude. I think he's enjoying the moment. He's the pressure, and Alex looks a little bit tense.
Yeah, I mean, don't you remember being in your first final? And, that's normal. And like I tell all these players, the only way to learn that is to experience it. is to experience it and be in this moment and be in this situation. That's the only way. You can't read a book. You can't have me or you explain it to them. We can explain it better because we've been there. We've been there and we've done that. And right now Alex is learning, and no matter what happens, he's going to get better from this. He's going to grow from this. And Daniel also. That's why Daniel's a little more comfortable. He's, I used to salivate at 10-10 in the tiebreaker, 10-8, 10-9. I wanted that moment.
8-10. Drive serve coming up. Almost catches the crack. Oh, and Landa loves that. Yeah, now look where the technical comes into play.
There's an old question. I don't know, Alvy, if they ever asked you this one. They'd say, would you rather be serving at 9-10 or receiving at 9-10? Would you rather be hitting the serve at 9-10 or being the returner in Daniel's position?
Oh, well, because the other guy has 10, right?
Right. So he's got 10. What would you rather be right now?
Control is always good, so I'd rather be serving.
Oh, look at that!
Just like that.
An ace serve in the back corner. Now that technical, that ace would have just ended the match right there.
Hey,
way to go, Scott McClellan.
Well, we are where we discussed, John. It's 10-10. And this is where if Alex has a crack in him, he's going to go for that crack. But Alex is a point away from joining the prestigious club, and I agree, Alvy, if he does, I welcome him.
Match point opportunity. Alex Landa with a drive serve, backhand side. Daniel up top. Alex has come from nowhere in the tiebreaker, shoots it down the line. Daniel with a good shot. Daniel De La Rosa can't get that. And Alex Landa joins the club, winning his first ever professional IRT event. Fantastic play from both players. Congratulations to Daniel for a great tournament, and Alex Landa making history on the IRT, winning his first ever event, coming back from 10-6 to win this match.
I tell you, I'm really happy for him. Alex is a good guy. He works really, really hard. I thought he played well. He played like a true professional right there, and definitely deserved that win.
We're going to take a quick commercial break for 2 minutes, and we'll be right back with a post-game interview with Alex Landa in just a moment, right here on the IRT.
There are no shortcuts to the top. Do you have what it takes? Desire is something within you, and only you. For when the ground falls from your feet, will you be the one to rise up? It's a long road to the top, but that's just what it takes to become pro.
Hey guys, Ben here with Racquetball Warehouse. Now today I'm excited to bring you a brand new ball to the racquetball market. This is the Pro Pen Pink from Head Pen Racket Sports. Now this ball is the official ball of the LPRT, the Women's Professional Racquetball Tour, so you know you're getting a high quality ball. One of the best aspects of this ball is it's fast. It felt more like their ballistic ball than any of the pen balls that I've played with before, but inside the court and outdoors, it's super visible. This bright pink cosmetic is really visible. I have no trouble seeing it whether I'm playing in a court that's all white walls or has a glass back wall. Now these balls retail at $449 for a 3-ball can or $97 for a 24-can case. If you guys want to see any more information on the official ball of the LPRT, make sure to check us out at racquetballwarehouse.com.
When you don't feel like yourself, trust the pharmacy experts at Lewis. From prescription medications to finding the things that make you feel better, Lewis pharmacists know what you need. Count on Lewis and feel better.
Introducing Head's new explosive line of extreme rackets featuring graphene touch technology. Available in 3 different weights and 5 different models, Graphene Touch delivers maximum power with state-of-the-art shock absorption for the ultimate playing experience. Power never felt so good. For more information or a dealer near you, visit www.head.com today.
Alejandro, Landa, how does it feel to win your first ever IRT event?
Well, it's an amazing feeling. I can't describe what I feel right now. I'm so emotional. I cry a little bit. I think I'm gonna cry more after the interview. I'm so happy. And
you know, I've seen you play almost every match on the IRT for the last 7 or 8 years. I know some of the things that you've gone through. I know some of the personal triumphs that you've had and some of the tough times. When your career comes to a moment like this is something that you're going to remember forever.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna remember every day I wake up. This is the best feeling ever. This is the sport I grew up playing. This is why I wake up every morning, train and go work, and then after work, we'll train again. So I'm very happy.
At 10-10, what was going through your mind? We all were expecting another ace. You aced him to get to 10-10. What was going through your mind on that serve?
I tried to ace him again, but no, I just tried to make the serve in a good spot, just to put him on defensive position. That's what I thought.
You join a very exclusive club on the IRT. You're one of only a few people to have ever won an IRT Pro Stop, and you do it in your first ever final. I know you've got a lot of people out there to thank, including eForce. Who do you want to thank?
Oh yeah, first of all, my sponsor eForce. Thank you guys for your support, for everything you do for me, my family, my brothers, my mom, my dad, everyone watching online. Thanks for the messages, thanks for the posts, for everything. I love you guys.
Alex Landa, welcome to the club and congratulations on winning the Lewis Drug.
Thank you very much, and thank Luis for a great event. I'll be here next year for sure.
All right, that's Alejandro Landa winning his first ever IRT event. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
Over the years, you've given us your trust, your loyalty, and your support. In return, we've worked hard to provide you with the best in pharmacy, easy and convenient shopping, unbeatable buys, and unexpected finds. It's an honor to serve you, to give back to our communities, and to be a part of your neighborhood. Lewis, your first stop for 75 years.
When it comes to the game of life, we're all on the same team. And success comes simply from trying. You don't have to be a celebrated athlete to celebrate being active. And you don't have to be on the field to have your own cheering section. United Healthcare.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. That's going to wrap things up from here. We'd like to thank Mark Griffin, the CEO of Lewis Drug. Thank you so much for another great event. For those of you watching on KDLT Sports, we're getting ready to stop the feed there. If you would like to watch a doubles final, that's coming up next on the IRT network at the International Racquetball Tour page on Facebook and YouTube and Twitch TV as well. You can see the players there warming up. Congratulations once again to Alejandro Landa. The great Daniel De La Rosa gets runner-up here at the Lewis Drug. You can see there Landa won the first 15-6. De La Rosa won the second 15-7. And then Landa won 11-10. Well, that's going to do it from here. Thanks to everyone who joined us all across the IRT network. I'm John Scott for Andy Kolbach and everybody on the IRT. Thanks for joining us. Have a great day.